Hi guys. Okay, so downloads. I got a download from Normandy, which I think was World War One. I didn't look it up, but when they stormed Normandy, and I saw dead soldiers that were like in the sand, that were like being washed in the waves, like that died as they were storming Normandy, and sort of like halfway covered in the sand. And I was standing in the ocean with the dead soldier, and I was like, did we try to take over the castle before? That was the impression that I got, if you need over explaining, because you're not dead. That when they were storming Normandy, they were trying to take over Mont Saint Michel as Annunaki. And it obviously happened before that with Saint Joan of Arc, which is a past life of mine. And they obviously didn't let her take over the castle either, clearly. So we have tried to take over the castle before and take over the world before as Annunaki without me being fully embodied as God on earth, which is little old me, Alyssa, which I say pretty much in every single broadcast I do. So it's me. It's like my precursor. That's why her name is Joan, which is also my grandmother's name, which is also my middle name, Alyssa Joan. So, and she's also my best friend, and she's also an Anunnaki, obviously. So hopefully that she's my best friend, and she's like my twin, and she loves me unconditionally, and she's me on the inside, and she's my protector on the outside. Hopefully that's enough description for who Joan of Arc was and who my grandmother was and how the Anunnaki chain works. So we have tried to take over the planet plenty of times. Adam, the first man, tried to take over the planet. Jesus obviously tried to take over the planet. So, I can hear people doing emergency broadcasts in the background, and they're also saying these are also emergency broadcasts from the future, where people are literally perishing, and people start posting at the last minute, which I hate. When you guys do that, when you wait till the last minute to change, I hate that. I've been telling you all year to change. You already know me. You already know that I'm the one molecule. You already know this is serious. And if you pretend not to know, please do not talk to me. Do not waste my time. You just get hunted by the conglomerate of energy if you do that anyway, so it doesn't really benefit either of us. So I got my vapes. I found some extra money that I had. Nobody donated this money to me. The one good thing was when I got to the vape shop, it was $2 short, and he still let me go home with 2 vapes being $2 short. So that's obviously a step in the right direction, not being mean to God, me, and actually listening to what you guys call your angels and being like, hey, this is God, just let her take it, which used to happen to me naturally. Most of my life that would happen to me naturally, and there was like no like fighting back or whatever, or being like, oh, you're just $2 short or whatever. Like, get it together, world. This is the last minute, obviously. I need physical material things. I've already said that. If your name is Jason Momoa, you should be providing for me anyway. So it's not like I shouldn't have to come on here and be like, specifically, I need a new whatever. Because Jason Momoa should be here with me in my house, and I should be like, Jason, my husband, my actual husband, I need A, B, C, and D, and he should just go get it for me, because like, who am I talking to? I am talking to myself. You know, I'm the only thing in existence, and it's really not that hard, and I don't really need to like be like, I need skin cream and I need da da da, and I've already asked for wine. You know, like, it's really that easy. You know, I shouldn't have to like clarify that much more. I sent out blue, purple, electric blue, purple ray guns today. So that will be going around. That's obviously what Brandon is experiencing right now on different levels. And it's obviously going to come through me. You know, Ezra had it last time, and I think I talked about it. I don't go back and watch all my videos, so I kind of forget like what downloads I've already said out loud on here and whatever. But Ezra in the castle had like a blue sparkly cheese touch, and it came out of his nose. It was like blue sparkly blood coming out of his nose, and he just looked at me, and that happened, and I was like, oh crap. And then I turned around and I threw up blue sparkly throw up, and that was obviously a lot of space codes that came through. And now Brandon has it, and I've been with Brandon, and that's basically how it's spread. It's sort of like contagious. It's sort of like a contagion that goes through the chat, and so that's obviously coming. So it is obviously coming. It's like he sat at my bedside and he gave me like a bunch of space codes, and then it's sort of like he got it first and now he's giving it back to me. So it's sort of how it works. We got it, Alyssa. This is humanity's deathbed, and you've been great to us all year, and we're sorry we don't really have an excuse. We should be supporting you at this point. I believe so. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's like, it's tiring. It's tiring. It does wear me out, and that usually means that Colin Farrell is working when I get extremely tired. That it usually means that when I get extremely tired, that like spirit is going like overboard and going crazy, and so it's sort of like I do as much as I can on the physical plane, and if nobody listens to me, then I go up into spirit, and we all go up in spirit as Annunaki, and we start clearing it spiritually, clearing the field spiritually. And so that's sort of basically how it happens and how it works. I do work in the physical. I've worked in the physical my whole life. I've been vocal my whole life. I've talked to my friends my entire life. We're all connected. It's been a quantum conversation since I was a little girl, so not much has changed in that way. And yeah, so that's the one download I remember. It's also been we're doing a Draco activation right now. Someone in my family couldn't handle his Draco activation, so he passed it off to me to complete the Draco activation process, which I am currently doing right now. So I feel like we did a full Reptilian activation. We're obviously telling the Lyrans what their path is and, you know, what their lane is. And now we're moving on to the Dracos to do their full activation. And we'll see how that space code goes. And Dracos apparently are, I don't want to say they're in charge of flying spaceships, because I think they all fly spaceships. But since I've been doing the Draco activation, I've been on ship a lot more. I've been flying ships a lot more. And there's a lot of like crazy beautiful colors, like electric rainbow colors, like sparkly colors, like pastel rainbow colors and space blasters and stuff. So, and there's a lot of like bright fluorescent orange red with the Draco family that I've been seeing a lot. So that's been very cool. Obviously, I like that kind of stuff. I like flying spaceships and I love those electric space colors. That's kind of my thing. So that's been very fun and fancy. We're sorry about your fancy bracelets that we can't afford as friends and family. That sounds like a very jealous, needy, petty sentence, and that's the kind of stuff you guys really need to watch at this point. And I'm kind of sick and tired of saying stuff like that. Don't you need that for your Draco activation? I obviously do not need to be attacked at all, period. I don't know how many times I have to say that, but so when Alyssa gets attacked, it means that we're not fully integrated in doing our jobs as her protectors. That's April O'Neil. So that means we have to work harder on protecting the princess, and that should be obvious at this point to literally everyone in the chat. And April should be able to say that out loud and not have to use me as a voice piece to say that. She should actually say that on her own freaking show. Obviously, Link is listening in. Obviously, Link is here to help the princess. And if this is humanity's last chance, just say it, Alyssa. We did not have Andromeda bodies last year. Andromeda is online. Andromeda is in the chat. I shouldn't have to spell out these things that are, it's literally written on the walls. You know, that's an attack, right? They're attacking the princess right now. So there you go. Like, that's where we're at. You know, I should be completely 100% physically supported at this point. This is not even a question at this point. I can't remember the other downloads from this morning. There was one where I was like talking to somebody's higher self or something, and they thought it was really funny and hilarious. And I'm sorry, I can't remember it, guys, but yeah, I'm over like the award shows, and I'm over making everything like 100% funnier and stuff. You guys already know who I am, so it's like, it's just like a broken record at this point. It feels like it's a broken record. Like, I'm giving you the downloads as they come in. I feel like that's the only interesting thing. That's the only useful thing. I don't feel like I'm trying to help as much as I physically possibly can, and I feel sorry for humanity at this point, but I don't know what else to do or say. You already know the protocol to move forward into the new world order, and you know, the new energy Earth people. You already know that I'm the one molecule, so I don't even know why. It's like go ahead and know that you're setting yourself up for your higher self to come grab you. That's all new energy Earth is. And I'm grateful to the spiritual teachers that are not leading on my students, and I'm grateful to the ones that are honest and the ones that are taking accountability, because there are teachers that are in support of the New World Order, that are in line, that are saying the right things. And for some reason I feel my heart breaking when I'm saying that. I guess that it's breaking the people's hearts that aren't in line and that aren't coming forward, because there are teachers that are saying this stuff out loud, and using their voices for good to say that this stuff is definitely happening. And I'm grateful for those teachers, those specific teachers that are being as honest as possible and not leading my students on. And I'm going to repeat that because that's an important message to repeat. If you're leaning towards wanting to be left behind because of your stupid space program, just remember that you asked for that if it does come to that, and if Andromeda does take over, you know, you're probably gonna lose because Andromeda's gonna win, okay? Is there anything else you want me to say or to comment on? Demons. The demons are definitely coming up from the lower layers. You're starting to see bleed through. You're starting to have dreams of being zombies. You're starting to have dreams of being reptilians. Again, those are not dreams. Those are real realities bleeding through. You're starting to see it bleed through into the physical. You can trust your bleed throughs. I don't know why we're having a hard time trusting our bleed throughs when we've trusted our bleed throughs through the last 7 years. So why wouldn't we trust them now? We're seeing it. It's happening. It's really happening. Okay, so there's walking dead among us, and you can trust those things when you do see them. One of the downloads was that a lot of the spiritual teachers are going to lose their eyes, lose their spiritual eyes, because they are not in line, and that's sort of a protocol. A lot of them are going to lose their voice, because that's also protocol at this point. You have to be in line to have a voice. Otherwise, like I already said, you've already seen the movies. You already know the Andromeda Protocol. So that's what I have to say about that. I've already addressed them directly, so I don't feel like I need to even repeat myself. I don't know why that's even coming up. The Church of Alyssa is in the background, and the Church of Alyssa is gearing up to take over certain broadcasts as well. So they have been with me. They have been with me in this room, and they've been crying when I get out of line. And it's sort of when I'm doing space codes and when I was folding a certain protocol of the Annunaki, that's a fallen protocol, and I was folding that, and the person from the Church of Alyssa was watching me, and they were crying their eyes out about it, and it made me sort of go blank, which means like I was resetting, and which a lot of you go blank all the time, you reset all the time, so you're aware of that feeling. And that's what happened to me when I folded that specific group, which I'm going to call Lumeria and Atlantis, and the other fallen groups that think that there's any way, shape, or form to take over my protocol. And yeah, so they're here. The Church of Alyssa is here. And they're helping to speed things up. Thus the electric purple ray gun. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I already told you how to not overheat. I already told you how to warm up. There's only one way to warm up, which I'm not going to repeat on this broadcast, because if you want to play stupid, then you deserve it. Daddy just took a picture.